Hi, Sat Shri Akal, Nale copy to all, and welcome to ETimes, wherein we bring you up close and personal with your loved celebrities. And आज हमारे साथ एक नहीं दो फनकार हैं. अरे इस बार तो बाहर गांव से भी लोग आए हैं. We have Lucky Ali with us and Ali Azhar on ETimes. Welcome both of you.
Thank you, Neha. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have heard your song Virtuality, and I was reading your press releases as well that you came up with this particular term because you wanted to talk about how the virtual reality has become reality for us in the modern times. And that is something that we all are quite aware of, yet we do not pay much heed to this notion. So I want to know, and there was another thing that you came around with the idea of the song looking at a Dead Sea in Israel. So there's so much going on around the song. I want to know how this entire thing happened, right from when the seed was sowed to everything.
The story of the song really started with the lyrics. A partner of ours, he's a poet, but a developer, and our partner also in this whole project. His name is Bob Stark. We worked together at the Dead Sea, and after every one of us went to his meditation, Bob came with this beautiful poem. The day afterwards, we composed the song already. When we met Lucky first, we were exposed to truth. We were exposed to from one side, a personality, a legend, but by the other side, a person that's able to live faith in the most simple and truthful way. And for me, Lucky, you're a teacher and a huge inspiration of living life in a true way and not getting swept into fame and to everything outside. You're my teacher. So much things, and this particularly is also the message of the song, the connection to earth, the connection to nature, the connection to the truth of life, and not getting swept into options that they are in reality of development, but that's for sure not the purpose. It's for sure not a target. The virtual reality is not the reality itself. Reality itself, it's nature. It's the creation.
That's so
it's the creator.
Say.
Wow.
I back that.
Well, Lucky Ali sir, I also second the things that Botzer has said, and you are of course one of the living legends that we have in our industry. But when we look at you, the kind of calmness and peace that's there on your face.
Okay.
That's true.
But can I tell you something, Ma? If you want to send a person to hell, praise that person on that person's face. Don't do that. Yeah.
I take my words back.
So, yeah, it's just a discovery for me also, as much as it is for you, as much as it is, I believe, for Elias also. But we take our the values that we are brought up on and see how they connect. And there's actually not much differences apart from probably languages, but even within them there are words of connection. And sometimes you don't need words, sometimes it's just the connect. And it's the eighth note of silence, right, Eli? Yeah.
Yes, the silence. Yes.
Yeah. So there's this eighth note in which everything is there, but it's not there. So that's the quest for, I think, all of us who generally just want it to be like, natural. That way, like how nature intended it to be, how the creator intended it to be, people, different this thing, and all communicating with each other and, finding ways and means and, for progress. And, if I found those things also in how my brother Eli talks also, these are very nice things, and to be part of those conversations and and to be part of these conversations from here where I come from. I mean, it's a very special place to be.
Wonderful. So this Ali thing came into I'll say existence in 2017, if I'm not wrong. You guys met in 2017?
Yes, we
Yeah.
is lucky.
2017, yeah. Basically, I got some communication that we heard your music and we'd like to do one song with you. I think it was just a testing out that whether the music worked or it didn't work, that way, how would we be as artists? Because artists are quite, what do you call, we're in our own worlds, like we're thinking and it becomes very, yeah. And but over here, as artists, we connected. So, and then from artists, we connected to the other aspects of life, of humanity, so, and then we just found common purpose, man. And basically, it's this.
That's so
Correct me
cool.
if I'm wrong.
Yes, totally, totally. It's that because it's this one song that became an album, that became a movement of dialogue between us, first of all, and it's because with songs, it's a way of living, of expression. This is what's so beautiful of in our relationship, that there's always inspiration. It's always a dialogue, also a friendship, also of reality, also of study together. But it's always a song. It's always searching for the harmony, for the connection, and over there, from there, also the tunes come. The tunes come from listening to each other and expressing emotions sometimes that are beyond the words. Then the words say what actually we felt, but we discover that together.
Yeah, mashallah. It happens just on in real time, and then you think about, oh wow, this is what how it connects.
And that's how the songs come. Also, the subjects of the songs. Sometimes, it's different aspects of life. Once Lucky told me something that I go with it very much. He said, "Our leaders need to know how to sing, because to sing is to listen to each other."
Just imagine all of them singing to each other. It'll just make things so easy. This is something we
Wow.
spoke about so long ago. Yeah.
That is so rightly put. Because, if we talk about this also,
Yeah.
that music is a language, you said, which is spoken by everybody, understood by everybody. And in
Yeah.
India specifically, we have seen that, recently the Nato Nato song, which went to Oscars. Then we have Punjabi music, which non-Punjabi speaking audience also, grooves too. So that is the impact of music. And Indian music scene has expanded like anything over the past few years. And I think you both are, since Ellie also loves India. He loves Indian culture and he loves the Indian music, the Indian artist as well. So I want to ask both of you, what changes have you noticed in the Indian music scenario that has made it so popular over the years? So this is for the both of you.
Honestly,
Anyone can go first.
I have not been listening to music. I don't even have a system here, like
Oh,
listen to music.
man.
Yeah, but I like a true song. I listen to them when they're singing truly on the stage, and there's so many of them. Like, I mean, I've grown up with so many respected artists. So music will always be a means of communication between people,
Okay,
and
I take that as your answer.
yeah, and that's where people can get together and peace out. The other things are much later. First, get together.
First get together. Okay. Ali, what do you have to add to this?
I could say my private story, because I love India for a lot of years. Like I said, we are very, very connected to India, but I got the opportunity before we met Lucky, actually, to have a deep search of connection. And that's how actually we discovered Lucky, because through seeing a lot of different singers and seeing who really we want to perform with, to connect, to have such a connection. And Lucky, it's right, you said before, not to speak too much good about me, but I need to say from our side, and I do think that what Lucky brings is something from one side very rooted. And this is like the place that usually folk and rock bring as ethnic music, because it demands the truth, the authentic truth. but being authentic, it's the first thing, and it's also the newest thing. So it's and so what we saw is the ability of bringing all of this beauty of India to us, to the whole world, like in such a way that it brings all of the authentic smells and feelings, but in a language that we could immediately also communicate with, and this is something that's happening today. Thank God in the whole world that we're all developing with ourselves to know how to be ourselves and to come with who we are from one side, but other side to be open enough to be as one with everyone.
With everyone.
And so this is
Yeah.
the present that we see in hockey.
Yeah, it's such a diverse world. You know what I mean? There's so much of diversity.
True.
So when you open your arms to diversity, you know, we learn things and life is more harmonious.
On this note, it is actually time to say you namaste, and thank you so much for joining us for this conversation.
Thank you so much. Salam.
Thank you. Thank
Shalom.
you. Bye-bye.
Sneha, thank you both. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.